Welcome everyone to this information session about the HBO Pre-Master. I will discuss several topics with you today about the Pre-Master. First, I will introduce the team that's responsible for the HBO Pre-Master. The team consists out of myself. I'm Hans. I'm the academic director of the Pre-Master. I run the Pre-Master together with Erik Nieste, who's the program coordinator of the Pre-Master. We are responsible for everything regarding the Pre-Master, from designing the program to day-to-day problem solving. The reason why you are looking at this video is probably that you're interested in starting the Pre-Master next academic year. So what are the benefits of continuing your study after the HBO? First of all, the university works with researchers that are experts in their field. And when they teach, they can provide you with the latest insights. This offers you the possibility to become an expert in your field of interest. The second benefit is, if you finish the master, this master diploma, together with your HBO diploma, will give you a better perspective on the labor market. And last, once you start working and are used to this way of living, it will be very hard to return to university to study again. When you come to university, you will notice some differences between the university and the HBO. The main difference is that the HBO, you learn something from the book, and then you are taught how to apply this in a company setting. This is okay, but at university we go one step further. Here we focus mainly on academic papers and less on books. We also do not use one perspective, but to try to use many insights from multiple views and try to come to the best solution for a problem, whether it's a fundamental problem or a company problem. This means that critical thinking is very important at university. Next to this difference, studying at university means studying independent. There's no control on what you can do or have to do, and most lectures are not mandatory. This means that self-discipline is really important. The last difference is that the pre-master and the master are taught in English. And some students do have to get used to this, as most HBO studies are still in Dutch. Now we know these differences between the master at the university and the bachelor at the HBO. We can have a look at which masters we have to offer at the university with the HBO pre-master. Here you can see an overview. As you can see, most masters start twice a year in September and January, except for finance and international business taxation, the Tyson version. This means that you have to wait half a year before you can start. The reason for this is that they have specific requirements for rankings that are really very important for this discipline. The pre-masters, by the way, only start once a year, and that's in September. So when are you admissible for a specific pre-master? Of course, you have to have finished your bachelor before September 1st. There is an online list available where you can check which HBO bachelor grants access for a specific pre-master. This information is online, available on the webpage of the master you would like to pursue. If you have passed all the courses in the pre-master, then you can start in the master. So how does a specific program from a pre-master look like? First of all, the program consists of 30 ECTS and consists of a common part and a specific part. The common part is 18 24 credits and consists of business research techniques, which I will discuss on the next slide. Academic competences. This is a course where you have to learn how to write a good proposal for doing research. And next to these courses, we also have statistics, which is mandatory for everyone. And for most pre-masters, this also holds for mathematics. Next to these courses, where you learn academic and analytical skills, which are of course crucial for your master, you also get a content course in the field of the master you would like to pursue. Information of all courses available in OSIRIS. As mentioned in the previous slide, I will briefly say something about the business research techniques course. In this course, you learn valuable insights on different research techniques that can be used in all fields of business economics. You get information on, for instance, archival research, which is really important in accounting and finance, but can also be used in different disciplines. Another technique is experimental research, which is often used in marketing and management, but also more and more in behavioral finance. After this course, you should be up to date with most relevant techniques that might be important for your master's thesis later on. The program looks as follows. You start in September with lectures and with assignments. Somewhere midway October, you might have some midterms for specific courses. In November, the lectures and the assignments will continue. And then in December, you have your first opportunity for a specific course. If you have passed all the courses in December, that's fine. If you failed one or two, you can in January have a reset for the courses. If you then have passed all the courses, you can start in your master in February, except for the 2 masters I discussed on slide 7. So what are the rules for finishing your pre-master? Of course, you have to pass all the courses in the pre-masters, and you have 2 opportunities for each individual course. If you failed 1 or more courses, your career at our faculty is over. You cannot start another or the same pre-master the next academic year. This means that it's of crucial importance that you start in time, because you will find out very quickly that the amount of stuff you have to read is way more than you used to at the HBO. And the one thing you don't want to happen is that you have to say in January, if I would have done more, or would have stopped working, I might have passed the pre-master. There's one big change in the pre-master in comparison to last year. Last year, a few courses were still offered in Dutch. This academic year, all courses will be offered in English. This is quite logical, as all books were already in English, and your master will also be offered in English. Because we made this change, we dropped all additional English requirements. If you're interested, how should you register for the pre-master? You have to go to study link, which you're probably already used to. Here, you have to subscribe for a specific pre-master, and we will then check whether you're admissible to the pre-master or not. You will receive an official decision letter that states whether you're admissible or not. What will a pre-master cost? You don't pay a tuition fee, but you pay a compensation. As all pre-masters are 30 ECTS, this means the pre-master will cost around €1,000. It's not allowed to follow a bachelor or pre-master courses next to your pre-master program. If you want more information, here I have some links which you of course cannot click on in this video, but the slides will also be available later on. Then you can check all this information. Most of this information can also be found on the website of the university. If you have a specific question, you can take part in the live chat on May 16 between 12 and 4, where we will try to answer all your questions. If you have a question in a later stage, you can always go to Ask Tyson or contact the student desk. Thank you for listening to this information session about the HBO Pre-Master.